Republican Congresswoman and de facto House Speaker Marjorie Taylor Greene offered expert, scintillating commentary about climate change. Intrigued? Then click that like and subscribe and enjoy the video. All right, folks, it is April 2023, nearly May 2023, and I thought we should take the time to clear up some facts which seem to vex conservatives and Republicans, people on the right, certainly the MAGA element. So just real quick, 2 plus 2 is 5. The Earth is round. The Earth does revolve around the sun. Evolution is real. Vaccines work. And yes, humans have an impact on climate change. These are all facts. These are all equally factual. Now, some of these facts have been understood for longer than others, right? But this is the consensus of experts. There is no compelling evidence to the contrary. These are facts. And it's sad that in 2023, we still have voices of opposition to some of these facts, particularly on the right, and particularly in the MAGA element of the Republican Party. And that's embodied in Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is still in 2023, and unfortunately, she's not alone. There are others as well who are climate change skeptics, who don't believe that humans have an impact on climate change. And actually, I just want you to hear the words straight from her mouth, such as they are, as artfully delivered as you can imagine they'd be, and we'll talk about it. So here we go. Good luck.
People are not affecting climate change. You're going to tell me that back in the Ice Age, how much taxes did people pay and how many changes did governments make to melt the ice? The climate is going to continue to change. And there is no reason to just open up our borders and allow everyone in and continue to funnel over $50 billion or however many billions of dollars or trillions of dollars to foreign countries all over the world simply because they don't like the climate change. Mr. Chairman, people...
Fascinating stuff. Just beautifully delivered. So, okay, just want to clear a couple of things up. Nobody denies that climate change exists independent of human activity. Yes, the climate has changed and will continue to change even if we weren't here, and it changed when we weren't here. During various ice ages and periods of climatological changes millions of years ago, right? Before the dawn of humankind as we know it. Nobody ever denied that. The question is whether or not humans and, the activities of humans, particularly since industrialization, whether or not we have an impact on this thing that would otherwise exist regardless of whether or not we're there. And the answer is yes, of course. 95% of peer-reviewed climatological studies have established for years. This is nothing new. This isn't something established in the last couple of weeks. This is, a decades-long understanding. Human activity accelerates the rate and the magnitude, the consequences of climate change. It's established fact. Now, that might make people, particularly on the right, uncomfortable for whatever religious reason or just plain contrarianism, but it is an established fact. And to be sure, it doesn't exactly tell us what we need to do in terms of legislation and policy. There is some good faith debate to be had in terms of, okay, we accept it's real, we accept that humans have an impact on it, we have had an impact on it, the impact is not looking good. What steps exactly do we need to take to meaningfully address it? There is a good faith debate to be had, not really on the right. The right is still apparently in denial, or at least elements of the right are in denial, that climate change is even real and that humans have an impact on it. We've moved beyond this, okay? The other things that she's talking about are about like climate refugees. So this idea that as the effects of anthropogenic climate change become more widespread, less developed areas and areas of the planet, which are more prone just due to their geography and their location on planet Earth to the effects of climate change, so like extreme heat, extreme cold, the melting of the ice caps, things like that they will be pushed due to these changes into more developed, safer areas, like the United States, for example. Well, if we don't address climate change, if we don't take it seriously, that's going to become a humanitarian crisis. As a matter of fact, there's evidence to suggest that it has already been a humanitarian crisis because we have put our heads in the sand for so damn long. So anyway, just want to correct the record on this. It is embarrassing that we, in 2023, nearly May 2023, we have a sitting member of Congress, of course in the Republican Party, because you won't find this kind of stupidity or this level of stupidity in the Democratic Party for all the Democrats' faults. It's embarrassing. In the most powerful and wealthiest nation that has ever existed, this kind of stupidity has representation in the highest halls of the federal government. This should embarrass conservatives. It should embarrass Republicans. It should embarrass Americans writ large. We should all, as one voice, collectively, including Republicans, including her own colleagues, turn and say, point of order, everything that the gentlelady from Georgia just said was absolutely ridiculous, and we should all laugh her out of this room. So hopefully one day that happens.